Whoa, UFC 308. Dana White just dropped some exciting news today. So for our main event, we'll have Topuria versus Max Holloway. This is the fight that all of us have been waiting for. Finally, we'll get to see the trash talking Topuria against Max Holloway, that who's basically been he's now been knocked out against Topuria, who's basically finished like almost all of his fights. And there's been lots of trash talk between them on social media. And this is guys, this is the UFC has really outdone themselves here. This is the fight that all the fans have been looking for, and to me, this is the most anticipated fight left for the rest of the year. Um, this I think it is going to be a really exciting fight. So what I think is gonna happen, I think Max Holloway is gonna outbox Topuria. Yeah, that's what I'm going. I think he'll beat him in the striking, and I think Topuria will have to go back and resort to his grappling. Like people forget that basically Topuria, before he came to the UFC, he early on in his career, he was basically a grappler. His base was in jiu-jitsu, and he basically finished most of his opponents in the regionals by submissions. So I think this is the one fight where Topuria will have to adjust his style a little bit, and he will have to rely more on his grappling. So Topuria is entering as a significant favorite right now, which is interesting. I was thinking that the fight will be more of Pick'em, but yeah, I'm really excited for his fight. Maybe I'll change my mind just before the fight start. But yeah, this UFC 308 in Abu Dhabi. I love the fights in Abu Dhabi. I just love the timing. I just love the dodgy decisions. That the judges give out. So Abu Dhabi is my favorite venue in the UFC currently. So, and of course, for the co-main event, we have Khamzat Chimaev against Robert Whittaker again. Wow. Okay. The loss of the Saudis is the gain of the UAE, and Khamzat Chimaev is basically representing the UAE now. He's no longer representing Russia, so or Sweden, if he ever represents. But anyway, yeah, this was the fight that was cancelled during the Saudi Arabia Fight Night card, and we are getting this for a co-main event. Okay, what's interesting though is a 5-round co-main event, which doesn't benefit Kamsat. It benefits Whitaker instead, because Kamsat is one of those fighters that he's great in the first round. He could beat anyone in the first round, but beyond that, I don't really think he has the gas tank to sustain a 5-rounder. So I'm curious as to why the matchmakers decide, especially, well, since it's the hometown fighter, I'm curious why they decide to give the hometown fighter basically a 5-rounder. But that's really a fight that I'm really looking forward to. I'm a big fan of Kamzat, because he does have the talent. Okay, he does have the talent. No matter how much haters he has, no matter how many fights he's pulled out, it's just and how inactive he is. But the thing is that you know he's never been able to showcase his talents in recent years. And Robert Whittaker is legit. So we'll see for sure if he is a contender or if he gets fraud check right here. This is the moment of truth from Kamzat. That's why I'm excited. And just look at his fights. This is incredible. Cyril Gane against Alexander Volkov. I believe this is the rematch. Wow, this is like a main event worthy fight. Like a regular fight night main event worthy. But yeah, the UFC is like pulling out all the red carpet for for this Abu Dhabi card. And we have Suragan against Volkov. This is interesting. I would say Volkov is somehow underrated. After he dismantled Pavlovich, I think that he really has a shot to be a contender in the heavyweight division. So this is not a tough fight to predict. I don't even know. I won't do my analysis now, but I'm really really excited to watch these two strikers battle it out. And we have Leron Murphy versus Dan Ige. Again, this is another high level quality fight. Leron Murphy, right? He dismantled Barboza. Yeah, Barboza's washed up, but we saw how good this guy is. And Dan Ige, this guy's a beast. He came in on a few hours short notice to fight someone as dangerous as Diego Lopez. And I think he could actually have beaten Diego Lopez if the main that fight has been 5 rounds, because Diego Lopez was gassed by the end of the third round, and Dan Ige was coming on a short notice, so that's very very impressive. And another big fight that we have is Magomed Ankalaev versus Alexander Rakic. Okay, I don't even know why Ankalaev is not fighting outside of the UAE. Maybe he has visa issues as well, just like Kamzat, he can't fight in the States or something. But Ankalaev, he, Rakic is just going to job to hit this guy. Ankalaev is one of the hardest hitting striker out there, in the lightweight heavyweight division. And I think he's legit. I think I think he does have the potential to be a champion if he actually fights with the better fight IQ. But yeah, I guess they just want to showcase him beating up on another top 10 guy in the rankings. And the other fights we have Rinat versus Nursultan Ruziboev. That's all right. Uh, Marcos Rodrigo de Lima versus Kennedy Nchuku. Nah, that's all right. And Jofnin against Rafael dos Anjos. Yeah, uh, RDA is just like a jobber these days. So, but yeah, I'm really really excited about this fight. This to me this is like the best card the UFC is putting out for the remainder of the year, hands down, easily. They have like a Topuria versus Holloway. This pay per view is gonna sell a lot of buys. Topuria versus Holloway is a fight that all the fans has been waiting for, especially Holloway's stock has rose skyrocketed after the way he just beat up on Gaethje. So, and it's fan favorite, right? So this is there's a and Topuria is like the ultimate heel right now in the UFC. So this has a good storyline behind it. And personally, I'm really really excited to watch these fights, and I already can't wait till October, 26th October for this Abu Dhabi card. Yeah. So yeah, looking forward to these cards. And if you like my content, click like and subscribe, and see you later.